Hello and welcome. Genine Howard here today, and I have got a juicy training for you today on what I'm calling soul first money. Now, we will get to that, what soul first money is. But for now, welcome to you. Let me just check that we're over live. Okay, when you're coming on, those of you who've been on my lives will know I always say I want you to interact. So the more that you can drop me some hearts, drop me some likes, drop comments as well, and really engage, really keeps us all in this beautiful, amazing vortex together. So hey, Lindsay, here she is. Awesome. We are on. Welcome, ladies. Who would like to make more money? I'm just asking, who would like to make more money? All right. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. If you'd like to make more money, just type something in the chat there. And I'm going to show you today how I believe we are going to make money in the new world. Right? Me, says Lindsay. This is all my beliefs, my downloads, yeah. And I believe if you're here listening to this, I'm the teacher to bring this message to you. Imagine in a year's time, we will not be making money the way that we were right now, in any way, shape or form. In fact, it'll be so far different to how you make money now that by the time you get there, it'll be like your whole world is flipped. I remember I went and saw White Cloud. White Cloud is a channeled person, I guess, through a lovely woman here on the Sunshine Coast. And he said to myself and my husband at the time, this is maybe just over a year ago. And White Cloud said, you have been called here as a teacher and a leader. Now, by the way, I'm just putting a little caveat here. Hey, Sarah, I just put a caveat here. I'm in no way, shape or form saying I'm like guru, higher level, nothing, right? So this is what White Cloud said. Here at this time on earth to show others the new way of being and how everything that we know will be completely flipped. Everything we know will be completely flipped. Now, as many of you know, hello, everybody. Hey, gorgeous Sarah Rose. Good to see you again, darling. As most of you know, I've even flipped the education system. So we don't do the proper school thing. In fact, we now, I guess if you wanted a term for it, I don't really like terms for things, but we unschool our children. And what that looks like is undoing all of the programming of what normal school does. So I'm not conventional in the education sense in any way, shape or form. And money's the same. Now, how I've been making money to date has generally been in the old way. However, there's aspects of how I've been making it in the new way, which I'm going to teach you today. And I've not fully stepped into that because we still live in this reality 3D world, but it will change. It will completely change. And there's many of you who are making money just so gorgeously now. Like Sarah, I know I've been watching you lately and, being a mama to a couple of kiddies and working from home like me, we get to make incredible soulful money. Now, this is what I'm talking about today, soul first money. So let's dive into like what the hell that is and how you can do it, because this is a concept that I'm bringing to you today that is it's really quite different. And so the three things that I'm going to teach you today is why the current business system, so those of you in business, feels slightly off to you. Some of you have actually transcended the slightly off and just gone, it's just sucks and I'm out of there, like me. The new way to make money that most people are completely unaware of, and how you can revolutionize the way you work, the way you live, and the way you create in a way that actually feels free. Does that sound good? Right. Let's dive in, ladies. I love the frequency that we've got going already in the chat here. So keep involved. Now, if you're watching this on replay, please type #replay and I will come back. If you haven't heard from me before, I'm Genine Howard. I run Empress Collective. We have a whole heap of programs under the banner of Empress. And really, I help women like me. So women who were A-type driven businesswoman, you know, success driven, want to make the money and all of the things. I actually help them embody what I call the Empress codes so that they can have a business that is actually based on their frequency, based on love, and actually feels free and impactful, all the while still giving you purpose and prosperity. All right. Hello, Louise. Shit, yes, says Lindsay. We keep it real here, peeps. All right. Let's do this. Who feels like the current business system feels slightly off, right? Let me know. Or are you down with it? You're like, oh no, everything's good. Cool. No judgment. I, for one, have been feeling for at least probably 4 to 5 years, and very much so in the last 2 years, and very much so in the last couple of months, that yes, Sarah, that the way that we have been doing business, there's something innately wrong about it. Allow me to use that word for a moment. Nothing's good, bad, right, and wrong, but there's something off about it. And so I've really looked into this and gone, okay, well, clearly there's a new way of doing it, but I kind of don't quite know what that is yet. So let's just see how we go and then let's feel into this. And so it's been coming through more and more and more, this new way of doing business. So let's talk about the old way first, right? So what is the current and old way of doing business, and what is the problem with it, right? Because nothing's a problem until there's a problem. Money as we know it is collapsing. It's completely collapsing. I mean, even just logically, you can see it collapsing. There is more and more money being printed, and the more money that gets printed, the less value the fiscal dollar has, right? And of course, we're seeing the rise of foreign exchange trading and crypto and all of the things as well. So there's a big shakeup happening right now in money. I will say that how you see money today is going to be completely different really soon. I'm not a money expert, by the way. This is all energetics and downloads. So just allow me to go with this. But what we've made money mean in our lives is a complete illusion, an absolute illusion. Along the way in business, we've actually made money matter. We've made money matter. And because we've made money matter, like how much money do you have? How much are you earning? You know, we've all heard in business, like, you know, make 6 figures, you know, make 7 figures, make 8 figures, and all of the things, right? Ask me how I know this, by the way, you know. And so then because we've made money matter and we've put some externalization that, you know, if I have a 7-figure business, like who am I going to be? What that does is then and I'm specifically talking about women, what we've done then is we've gone into this weird little thing in business where we've gone into force marketing. So in business, it's been money first. And to have more money means more clients or selling more products. How do we do that? Is I need to do more, and I need to push and I need to hustle. Now, in no way, shape or form am I judging anyone. I've been there, done that, right? But the underlying energy is force marketing. Now, oh my Lord, who's with me? Who is getting so many friend requests from people at the moment? And then you go, oh, give your friend request, and then boom, they're in your DMs. Hey, do you want to know how to blah, blah, blah? Hey, do you want to have like, you know, bot messenger things, like, you know, oh my God, like all of the things. And, you know, so we're in this really strange place where it is like in your face. Force marketing. There is no beautiful invitation around it, right? Sarah Rose says daily, right? Who the fuck decided that this works? Can we all just take a collective stand for a moment and not buy into any of this force push marketing? Because if it doesn't work for them, they're going to stop. And eventually it will not work. It will not work. I'm telling you now. It might work right now. And, you know, the company this morning that just messaged me, probably with a bot, pretending they were a person, to say that, you know, their company's turned over $30 million in the last, you know, 5 minutes doing this bot marketing, all of the things. We know who we're talking about. It will not work. It may be right now, it will not work. Why? Because the truth is that money doesn't matter. Money does not matter. Stay with me. Because a lot of you will be like, yeah, but I still need to pay the bills and I still like my car and I still want to pay the payments and all of things. We'll get to that. But the truth is money doesn't matter. The truth is that anywhere there is an energy of corporate greed, anywhere there's an energy of making money for money's sake in business, and please have some self-awareness with compassion for yourself. We're probably all bought into this illusion. It will crumble and it will break and it will go away. As I said before, the education system is absolutely crumbling before our eyes. Media, the big media companies are crumbling before our eyes. Politics is crumbling before our eyes. Just going to change my screen so I can see the comments a bit better. Right, it's all crumbling. And as Lindsay said, people are craving connection. So if your business, let's think about it at the start of the year, 2022, and you're like, right, this year in my business, I'm going to make this amount of money and we're going to have this many clients and all of the things, and we're going to have our retreats and all of that. I'm going to tell you now that that vision that you created for your company at the start of 2022 was all built on an illusion. It was actually built on a lie, right? It actually doesn't matter anymore. In fact, many of you, and I speak to women every single day, are finding that the vision that they had at the start of 2022, or even at 2020 and all of the things, they're going, I don't understand. It's not working. Like I'm doing the things and I'm doing all the stuff and I'm following the coach and I'm, you know, putting the strategy in, and it's just not working. Like it was working for a bit and now it ain't working. I'm going to tell you why. And the why is because somewhere along the line, you made money matter. Somewhere along the line, you actually created external to yourself, right? Somewhere along the line, you made money matter to how the external world would view you. You made money matter in an externalization of who you thought you'd become when you make that money. And the truth is, you're perfect right here, right now. And until such time as you can create your business foundations from the knowing, the authenticity, the alignment that you are perfect as you are, that money doesn't matter, that it is a byproduct, money will crumble. Money will crumble, right? Who's getting me? Let me just have a quick read. Sarah says, breaking down to be built up. It gave me the new, exactly. Look at the card I pulled. Birthing a new age. That's for this call today. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. This is exactly the point that we're at. And I talk about this all of the time, but I'm really talking specifically about money today in your business. So, you know, the second part of this is, what is the new way to make money that most people are completely unaware of? What is the secret that's going to have you here, those of you listening to this recording on replay, those of you here live, what is going to be your absolute secret weapon for you to become the new millionaires, billionaires, etc.? Because by the way, I'm saying you can make a shit ton of money, right? I'm not saying don't make money. This is how you can make a shit ton of money. One, detach from the importance of money, as I was just saying. And if you focus on this thing instead of money, you can have the new wealth. What is this thing? What is this thing that if you focused on, you could become, honestly, the next level leaders of this world and make a shit ton of money, have amazing impact, have the most incredible, beautiful life ever. One thing to focus on. It's not money. It's your vibration. It's your vibration. We women in particular are being absolutely called to detach from anything external to us and raise our vibration. We women are being called to see all illusions for what they are, with no judgment, and detach from who we think we need to be in the world. And when we come back into ourselves and our inner wisdom and focus only on our own vibration, that is where we become magnetic, absolutely freaking magnetic. I'm going to put something out there in the world right now that sounds a little crazy, but I believe that we women who focus on our vibration, detach from the external, detach from what money means, we are going to be able to ditch all funnels. We're going to be able to ditch like any of those landing pages and all the things. Just hear me out. I believe our marketing will be purely in our vibrational energy. I believe that we will harness our innate gifts and talents that human beings have always had, but they're being pushed down, that we will able to be energetically calling in our clients. Energetically. Now, that's a little bit further down the track, but I tell you what, we'll be able to call them in specifically through our vibration now. I know I sound like a little kooky. I'm talking, you don't even need bloody Facebook and Instagram and all of the things. Eventually, right? You'll actually be able to call in clients energetically. How do I know this? Because I do it myself, right? I've been practicing calling in clients energetically over the past few years. One of my clients, for example, harnessed this way of calling in clients so well that she's never run a Facebook ad. Actually, no, I lie. She did it for a couple of live events. And that was it. She doesn't do anything marketing wise. You know, she'll pop a Facebook post out, whatever, or just a couple of things here and there. She calls in her clients energetically. And these are high level clients. So, you know, I'm talking, 15K type package clients, right? Calls me in energetically. Let me just check in because I've got peeps, not crazy at all, totally with you, right? I love that and believe I will do that too. Yeah, totally, Lindsay. Sarah Rose says, yes, every time I put it out there, they come to me, right? So we're going to get to this point that you don't need all of this halaba. Like in my marketing, I'm always like, you don't need the big fancy funnels and all the things. I'm actually going to get to the point. You don't need all of anything. You just need to harness your vibration. So I truly believe, like if you think about this card again, birthing a new age, for all of us here, something is trying to be birthed through you. Something's trying to be birthed through you. Many of you are in a state of unsure, little lost, like doing the marketing, but it just doesn't quite feel right. And it's like you feel like there's something else, like it's this in between, or you might be fully over here or fully over here. Either way, it's good. But we are learning who we are. This in between thing is because this energy, this power is wanting to be birthed through us. It's not an ending, it's a total beginning. This is the most freaking amazing time for humans to be alive on the planet almost ever. I mean, there may have been other times like Atlantis and all of the things, up to you if you believe in all of that. But I'm telling you now, if you're not really fucking excited about what is potentially available to us now, then, I'm telling you, get fucking excited, right? It's all about your vibration. Now, I've been banging on about the vibration thing for such a long time, but truly, when you detach from all of your external expectations of your business, detach from the external expectations you have of your parents, of your partner, of your friends, of money, of everything, you come into your own power. Right now, we're being called to really harness the energy in our solar plexus, in our energy center, in our power center, and really tune into that, because in this eclipse season, so we've just had an eclipse, solar eclipse on the 30th of April, we've got 16th of May, full moon eclipse in Scorpio, all of things, doesn't really matter. What I'm saying to you is that we've been called to harness this power within us. And like, we are like a fucking machine. We are like the most powerful magnet in the universe. And we can actually collapse the quantum field and create so much more than you could even think about in your mind, because your mind has been so programmed. I sound like I just had an out-of-body experience for a second. I'm like, I sound like one of those kooky people that, well, we used to think were kooky. This is not kooky anymore. The world is awake. You are all awake, right? There's more of you awake. So the way that the old world is, it is crumbling, and it's crumbling fast. We've seen corporations go down. We've seen major media corporations not being able to attract audiences like they used to be able to, even though they put millions and millions and millions of dollars of marketing out there, this push marketing. There is no push marketing anymore. I tell you what, if you've gone down the line of push marketing, and to give you some specifics, maybe it's about, I've got to reach out to more people today and more this and more that, like DMing, cold outreach and all the things, you've gone into push marketing. And I say that with love and compassion. Bring back your power. I don't do any of that stuff. I did it, right? And I was doing it, and it kind of was working to start with. And then I felt like, hang on a second, I'm doing more hours. I've got more team. I've got more this, more that. And I went, no, it's the opposite. It may work for some, right? It may work for some, and then it ain't going to work. I don't know when that's going to be, but for many, soon. Could be a few years down the track, but it ain't going to work anymore. So you can be the leader here. You can actually really, truly step into what I'm calling right now. There's a lot of mother energy. There's a lot of that powerful feminine energy, which I believe is maturing. Right, we talked about the feminine rise, and we've been talking about it for quite a few years, but now it's moving into this mother archetype, this maturing, this nurturing and compassioning. And if you can actually become your own mother, if you can actually parent your own inner child, if you can actually mother the energy within yourself and harness and nurture it like raising a newborn child, ladies, fucking powerful. Right? Let me just have a look what's happening here. Hey, Jess McElveen, afternoon. Heck yes, you speak my language, says Peeps. Hey, Lisa, we're catching up tomorrow. Loving your energy. I'll bring my A game. No, wait. And there's many of you who only know me now, but there's some of you here, and you know who you are. You've known me a long time, right? You've known me when I was a completely different person, when I was fully my masculine, running Profile magazine and all my other magazines, and like just a ball buster, and, you know, just take it down to Chinatown kind of thing. And now I am similar in that this energy and this drive and this, but not from the push, not from the hustle, not from the ball buster, not from that masculine, from this absolute warrior woman, from this warrior mama, from this warrior Kali energy of like destroying the old and calling it out and being brave, right? This is why you're all here. You are literally revolutionizing the way that you make money, the way that you build your business, the way that you parent, the way that you have relationships, everything. You are absolutely on the brink of absolutely recreating and being at the leading edge of the entire world of how we're going to live, breathe, run our businesses and make money. It's soul first. It's soul first money. You have to go within. You have to harness up your own energy, your own creativity, like birth that newness of you through you, and then you're unstoppable. You make money that way because it just happens as a byproduct, not because of making money. So lose all. Thank you, Sarah. She said, I love who you are and who you transform to. And we're all constantly transforming, aren't we? Right? Sarah Rose and I have known each other for such a long time. Right. And you know, watching all of us like becoming more of us is so freaking amazing. So how can you, like, let's get into some how can you actually revolutionize the way you live, the way you work, the way you create money, so that then others can too? Well, here's the thing. Soul first, work on you. To do that, we've got a bit of releasing to do, people. Ask me how I know. Some of you are privy to some recent events, and the events don't matter. But just some interesting, you know, things that are coming up for me at the moment, very much about that mother energy, reparenting yourself, learning how to really, you know, hold your inner child. So what we're not going to do is we're not going to do push marketing. So if any part of your business feels a little bit icky and sticky, like if you're, I'm not going to even give an example because I don't want to give any judgment, but if there's any part of what you're doing feels a bit pushy, then it is. If there's any part of you doing business that feels a bit sticky, it's not for you. You're actually being called to drop it all. So what does that mean? You're actually being called to surrender. You're being called to fully let go of your perception of how you had to do business and allow the new way to come through, knowing there's usually a void. And the void can be really scary. And the void can mean money dropping away, right? The void can mean clients dropping away. It can mean everything that you held attachment to will drop away. And it's okay. It's okay. It's meant to. And in fact, I will say to you, Lisa says, exciting and terrifying all at the same time, totally. But what if we trusted? Like, what if we really trusted that we're a multidimensional creature, that all that matters is our vibration, is our energy, and that, you know, as Gabby Bernstein said, the universe has got our back? What if we did that? Like, what magic could come out of that? Knowing that there's probably a big fat void, and I'm in the middle of the void, peeps. The void has been happening, you know, for a while. It's all been dropping away. And then stuff drops away that you're like, holy bananas, right? But let it go. Trust, right? We hear these words all of the time, but I really want you to take this to the next level. This is not cliche. This is not some, you know, boho chic fucking fad or whatever like that. Excuse the French, peeps. This is the truth. This is where we're being led to. So surrender, let go, release your attachment to anything external, like even things, right? You don't have to go and sell everything or give it away to charity, but you could, right? You don't have to let go of your beautiful BMW car. I love my BMW. I'm not letting go of it yet, right? Jess says huge dropping away of crap right now, right? You know, it might be to let go of relationships. In particular, there's a lot of mother issues coming up right now for many of us, right? Bless them, right? But maybe it's time to step away for a while so that you can actually uncover who you really are without the judgment of your mother. I'm just saying it, right? All of the things. Release, forgive, let go. There was a saying by Steve Martin, the actor, and it was just become so good they can't ignore you, right? So it wasn't about taking, you know, trying to get all of the roles, etc., was just like focus on being so fucking good that the directors and etc. couldn't ignore you. I'm going to take that to the next level now, and it's be so in alignment and high vibration that they can't not feel you, right? This is where your clients will start feeling you and being attracted by your energy alone. And it doesn't have to be a sleek brand. If anyone's telling you at the moment that you have to like sleek up your brand and spend millions of dollars on all of the things and all of the websites, it's bullshit. It actually is bullshit. It doesn't do anything, right? Because usually those things are built from you trying to be someone that you're not. Anywhere in your business where you're trying to be someone that you're not, people are going to sniff it out. In fact, they're going to feel it out, right? Sarah says, in the biggest void I've experienced in the last 20 years, right, Sarah? Yeah, like many of these women, actually, I know all of you who are watching today, and I'm sure the ones of you on replay, I know you, right? I know your journey. And we're all in this together. That's the super cool thing about it. You know, so imagine if you ditch the weird big funnels, like, oh my God, tell you a quick story. So in my business, I've been a coach for 8 years, magazines prior to that. In my coaching business, I never did Facebook ads, right? Never did Facebook ads. How did I attract my clients? Energy, right? Didn't even know I was consciously doing that. But I really, like, people go, how do you get your clients? I go, I actually don't know. I actually don't know. There's no strategy. There is no formula. Now, I'm not saying don't have a strategy or a formula. Great, awesome. But I didn't have a strategy or a formula. I just did shit and people came, right? I'd sit on an aeroplane and that person would become my client. You know, the other day I went and had a cup of tea and a piece of cake with some of my dad's friends, and the daughter was like, oh my God, you're exactly the coach that I need. Yeah, I know. Of course I'm here, right? Without any ego. So I never did any real formal stuff. Of course, though, like, you know, I'd be Googling the bloody latest webinar and the latest strategies and all the things. Anyway, any time that in the history of the last 8 years being a coach, any time that I looked at another coach and went, I'm just going to do what they do because they're making, you know, $3.5 million or they're making whatever. I go, right, I'm a very good student, right? The good girl, perfectionist me. So I did what they did it all. And I'm always top of the friggin' thing. Like, I'm always the 1% of the clients. Like, I'll make the money and all of that. So I follow their strategy. I make the money and then they're like, oh my God, look at my client. And then it wouldn't work for me anymore. Wouldn't work anymore. We recently did nearly 20K in Facebook ads. And I say blessed to my coach because it's working for her. We did 20K. I went from working my average like 10 hours a week and I started working like 20 hours a week. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Spending more money, increasing my team. Like, I got into this more weird thing. And I was like, what the hell? And guess what? It got harder to convert clients. It got harder. And so I just went, I've got to stop. I have to stop. I've lost my magic. I've lost my way of attracting clients. So now I am going back to what I know best. And that is all I have to do is be so fucking in alignment to myself, so in awe of my inner power, and follow that. Just follow the energy. And every day I just follow the energy. It's like a little breadcrumb. I send my clients from here, breadcrumb, follow it, breadcrumb, follow it. And the magic happens. Clients come in effortlessly. They do. And I don't have to pay, 20 grand in Facebook ads, right? Will I do Facebook ads again? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But it has to be from a different energy, because when I did it, it was from an energy of like, I want to be like her. I'm not good enough. She's better than me. I better follow what she's done. So it's not about the coach, never about the coach, never about the strategy. It's about where you created it from. If it was something that was you feeling less than, it's got no basis. It's got no foundation. Let's have a look. Louise says, I was the good girl. Now I'm the rebel. You fucking are. Oh my God. Look at me swearing like I was always the good girl. Now I'm like, yeah, as my girlfriend Lisa here says, no fucks given, zero fucks given. Lisa says, same thing happened to me. Worked, then it didn't. Working out what my way is. That's right, ladies. So we've got to work out what our way is. It has to be authentic to you. So you can take all of the learnings from everybody else, but if you're creating something from an energy that you're not good enough, that someone else has it better, that maybe if I was more like them, it will work until it doesn't, right? So we've got to, this is the work, right? If you want to make the millions of dollars, this is the work, but don't want to make the millions of dollars so that it makes you a better person, because then it ain't going to work. Here's the oxymoron about it all. So the less you care about money, the more money you're going to make, right? I'm going to wrap up today because, you know, just in the energy of keeping this super high vibe, I'm telling you now, if you are a woman in business, and you don't have to just be a coach, like I coach anyone. By the way, sidebar, I have to tell you this sidebar. For many years in the industry, I made myself wrong because I didn't have a niche, right? I remember feeling white cold terror. I was at a live event and my coach said to everybody, okay, everybody, I want you to write down in one sentence like who your niche is. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have a good enough niche. I don't have a good enough niche. Because I would like, I joke and I go, I work with any woman in any business. Is that good enough? And of course I got told it was never good enough. But you know what? I can work with any fucking woman in any business. And I know that any of you can too. Do you know, like we don't, yes, niche and all of the things, but don't do it from a weird place, right? So if you're, if you're any woman in any business, I'm joking, but not, but you've had enough of like that old way, like you just know there's something wrong about it, that the way that you are making money doesn't work anymore, because sometimes you've got high months, sometimes you've got low months, this real yo-yo. That's happened to you. You are in the old paradigm. And if you want to make soul first money, if you want to attract clients energetically, if you want to ditch all of the weird ways that we've been programmed that we have to do to make a business work, reach out to me, right? If you want to be the best version of you, the highest vibrational frequency version of you, reach out to me. Write the word in the comments, Fempire, right? So my way of doing things is, as many of you know, it's not conventional. It's not just this surface level feminine masculine balance. You know, I've laughed a bit lately, like every man and his dog. No, every woman and her cat is doing the whole feminine masculine thing. And of course they are. But I'm talking, this is deeper than this. This is like you becoming a multi-dimensional, freaking magnetic version of you that attracts in more money than you know what to do with, more clients if you want more love, more joy, more fulfillment, more connection, more intimacy. Comment Fempire and we'll just have a chat on Messenger, right? So no weird sales calls. That's not what I'm all about. I actually don't even have time for that because I homeschool my kids. Love having them around. And just type Fempire and let's just have a conversation, right? Where are you at? Where do you want to go? Where do you think that business is off for you? And let's find that version of you, your way of building your business that is so fun and creative. Like, you know, what's being trying to be birthed through you. And we're not going to do this through logic. We ain't doing this through logic. We are going to tune in to your energetic blueprint, right? I'm putting it out there. That's, and people have worked with me before. Like we never knew that that's what I did, but that's what I do. I can tune into your energetic blueprint and really help you uncover that absolute highest vibrational frequency of you, the way that you can make money that's just so soulful. All right. Oh, so much joy and love today. Awesome live, hun. Thank you. Fempire. Oh, Sarah says Fempire. At first I thought you said vampire. Strange little sidebar. When I was like a little rebellious teenager, my tag name, you know, when you used to write it on seats and things, was vamp. I thought that was very glamorous. So vampire. No, it's Fempire. All right, gorgeous. Excellent. Sarah Rose thought it was vampire as well. It's fempire. Write fempire, not vampire. Or if you write vampire, cool too. We'll connect. All right. So much fun. Love you all. Talk to you soon, and I'll see you next week. We're going to go back to Thursdays next week, but I think we're actually moving to Wednesdays in a couple of weeks' time on a regular. Michelle, you were here. You're welcome. All right. Much love, and here's to Soul First Money. Ciao.